What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, YouTube? What's good, fam? What's good, world? Here we are again, man. Back at it. Back at it again, man. We're gonna chime in. Let's see who's gonna get this thing going, man. We got some things we're gonna be talking about tonight, man. We got we're gonna start out with can a pimp be a doughboy or a hustler or anything else? We're gonna start out with that. We're gonna see if we can get a few more head counts first. Then we're gonna jump right into. So as usual, if you own, holla out. Shout out at your mans. Let me know what's good. You know, try to get up to about, I don't know, 5 or 6 before we get into it. And the way we're gonna run this show, man, we're gonna speak on it, and then y'all chime in. Let me know what y'all think about it, man. And we'll just hold the conversation as long as we can. How about that? You know, how about that? We're gonna start with a nice little slate, nice little clean slate, and see if we can mess it up a little bit. So yeah, that's the nice topic. Can a pimp be a hustler or a doughboy or anything else like that? And I actually answered that question on my Ask a Pimp YouTube page, but it keep getting asked, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it a little bit. So if you own, weigh in. If you want to, let me know. If you don't want to weigh in, you don't have to. You can just listen to it. You know, you can listen to us talk about it and everything like that. I'm going to start the show off by saying, if you haven't already, or even if you have, please check out my fine lineup of fragrances at www.alloriginalgame.com. Currently have 5 fragrances. I'm getting ready to come out with a new lineup. I think I'm going to call it the Rain Collection. But that anyway, that's in the near future. Right now, you go to www.alloriginalgame.com. Hey man, pick up some of that good smelling scent, man. Some of that air freshener that's available for a limited time. Anyway, it's your main man, Mr. Diamond. Appreciate everybody chiming in. So look here. The first question of the night is: can a pimp be more than just a pimp? Can a pimp be a hustler? Can a pimp be a doughboy? Can a pimp be a whatever? And my honest opinion on the situation is 100% yes. Now, let me say this right here, man. I know a lot of P's, man, especially a lot of them that's online. They don't agree with me at all. You know, they say, hey, man, if you pimping, you got to be pimping, and you got to only be pimping. And, well, you know what I'm saying? And that's their opinion, and I can't knock nobody for having that opinion. So I disagree with that. I think anybody, a pimp or anybody else, can be as many things as they put their minds to. Now, let me also preface that by saying it stands to reason that the person putting in 100% is gonna get way more shine than the person that's putting in 50%. That's just common sense. That's just math. That's just logical. But it can happen. They didn't say, you know, can a pimp that's trying to be a doughboy be more successful than a pimp? You know, they said, can a pimp be, more things? And he absolutely can, man. I mean, and I know for a fact I've done it myself. I've done it myself. I transitioned. You dig? I did 2 or 3 things at the same time, man. You know, when I was popping my collar, man, I was a fucking pimp for real, getting it, breaking a bitch all the time. But then I also had my hand in some other shit, man. I was doing rap shows. I was doing, you know what I'm saying? I still had my hand in the doughboy game, even though I wasn't the curb, the block bleeder no more. You know, I was a little more advanced than that, but I was still doing it. Shit. And then at one point, I even had a square. I had a square job at the same time. I was pimping on 2 hoes, and it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't about trying to get square job money. It was about, I don't know a whole lot of different ways to finagle the system. I remember one time I got put on probation and they told me I had to get a gig, whatever, and I paid a nigga to do it. I paid another cat to go and work and let me use his credentials and everything. But this time, the boot was on my neck a little stronger. So I went out and got the job, and I reported to probation and everything, and still was pimping. You know what I'm saying? A couple times took my bitches to the probation station with me, and didn't make them wait in the car. Them hoes came inside the building and waited for me until I got seen. You dig what I'm saying? And then we went out, left there, got bread till it was time for my black ass to go to work. And I put them hoes on autopilot, and the shit started over the next day. So, I say unequivocally and without a doubt, man, a pimp can be, a pimp and a doughboy. A pimp can be a pimp and a musician. A pimp can be a pimp and a lawyer. And, right now, in real life, I know at least three pimps that is pimping strong. I mean, you know, they little old lineup is one of them three strong. The other one I think got two pieces of game. And one of them got two or three. Anyway, they ain't just pimping on one bitch. They pimping strong. And guess what? Got real careers, not just job, real careers. You dig? One of them is a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? One of them is a teacher. The other one is a fucking truck driver. Take his bitch everywhere and get money everywhere they stop. You know what I'm saying? He take them hoes everywhere. He got one that he sends out on her own. You dig? However she get there, bus, plane, train. He got one that stays pretty much local in the city that they live in. And then he got one that he put in the cab with him. And you know what I'm saying? He hit the road and he get that money with them wheels turning. And he get the money as soon as they touch down and that bitch put her feet on concrete. So yeah, man, a pimp can do a whole bunch of stuff if he want to. Now, the good thing about it is pimping is such a lucrative situation where you don't have to really. If you're doing it for real and you're doing it right, you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to hear motherfuckers talking about, no, man, you got to be 100% pimping. If you ain't 100% pimping, then you simping. Man, if you if you ain't getting a bitch 100% of your pimping, how you expect the bitch to give you 100% of her hoeing? Well, nah, man, it ain't, like I said, if that's what works for them, I can't hold that against them. But I'm giving it to you live, uncut, raw, and serve it up just like Jesus served Moses. I'm telling you, the 100% real deal of the situation, man. And that real deal is that, yeah, a pimp can do whatever he want to do. Now, what y'all think about it, man? Holler in, let me know something. Holler back. Let me know something, man. Don't make me ride by myself. That ain't what we set up for. That ain't what we came here for. We came here to chop a tape. We came here to talk and everything. We came here to put a little paint where it ain't. So, hey, man, jump on in. Holla at your man. What's good, just spec. I appreciate it, man. I'm glad you can see things a different way. Nah, skis, no one can successfully imitate the. And a lot of people can imitate it, but can't nobody imitate it successfully, man. If you can't do it, you just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And some niggas think because they break a bitch once that they a pimp. Nah, nigga, you just got lucky. If you did it once, if you can't do it continuously, you just got lucky. Right on, Franco. Be careful behind the wheel, man. But yeah, man. If you can't break a bitch consistently, then you just got lucky, man. And then some cats get it confused with because a bitch let them drive a car, or give them her paycheck or whatever. That's pretty much a girlfriend. You did. So you know, some motherfuckers can imitate it, but they can't imitate it successfully. They can't turn the on switch on with that motherfucker. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's what it is. What y'all think about it, man? I appreciate y'all chiming in. I appreciate everybody who riding with us. Let me know what's on your mind, man. Let me know what y'all think about this situation. You know, if a P can't do more shit than just pimp, then let me know why. She left. What that nigga say? Hold on. I pushed my wife's head into the wall till I heard that cracking sound today. Got she ate my leftover Chinese, man. That must have been some damn good Chinese food. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Well, no, let me see which one made the cracking sound, the head or the wall. Can you dig it? But hey man, y'all, let me know what's good, man. It's your man, Mr. Diamond, chiming in. I'm finna start this weight challenge, man. I've been working out today, but that's a story for a whole nother day, man. I got my workout on. I'm fucking tired, but how to break a bitch properly. Triple X, we're gonna get into that, man. That ain't the topic for today. We're gonna try this thing, man. We're trying to stay on one topic or two topics for the longevity of the show each time. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to get into that, but what I'm gonna ask you to do is tune in next Sunday at 9 o'clock, and let that be the topic at that point. We got two topics today, and the first one is, can a P be anything more than a P? Can a P be a dope dealer? Can a P be a hustler? Can a P you know, do something else while they pimping? You did. Hey man, I appreciate the respect, Triple X. I appreciate you respecting the format, man. That's what's up. I would love to hear your thoughts on this particular subject if you got some though. If you think a P can only be a P, let me know why. If you think a P can do other shit, you know what I'm saying? Let me know you feel, man. Hey, holla at your man. I don't know what the fuck a Funko Pop is, but if y'all into beating up your wives, I guess that's what happened when they fuck with your food. I don't know. All right, well, I guess we ain't getting no traction on that one. So we're gonna move on to the second question that was presented to me. The second question was, can a woman be a pimp? Can a woman be a pimp? Now, before I answer that, I'm gonna ask y'all to holler back and let me know what y'all think before I give y'all my point of view on that particular situation. Can a woman be a pimp? What y'all think about that one? We're gonna move away from can a pimp do more than just pimp, because we ain't getting no traction on that one. Appreciate y'all that hollered in, chimed in and weighed in on that. But we're gonna go on and move on to the next one. The next one is, can a woman be a pimp? What y'all think about that? Can a female spit that ism and get it? Plus Productions, hell yeah, she can. Right on, man. If you want to talk about it, you want to say why you feel like she can, or what? Or you want to just leave it at that? It's all good. Anybody agree with him? Anybody disagree with him? Say, man, I'm trying to get some chop going on. I'm trying to chop it up with you, man. Shit, I'm here, man. I'm trying to chop it up with you, man. Yes. Okay, we got two yeses. We got two yeses. We're getting a little bit of traction on this one. I can dig it. Well, let me say this, man. I 100% agree with that. I do agree with you fellas. I say not only can they do it, but the ones that I know that's doing it fucking well. You dig what I'm saying? Instagram. Oh man, I can dig it. So the female pimps is on Instagram. I looked at Instagram, man. Look like a bunch of renegade bitches on there to me. But I ain't really just uncovered I ain't really just got off into it, man, into the meat and gravy of the situation. I just looked at it on the surface. To me, it looked like a bunch of renegade hoes. But you know, I really don't give a damn. To be honest with you. But to answer this question, I say, yep, yep, they can, man. And the reason I say yes because I know some personally. I know some lady pimps personally, and them bitches is fucking ice cubes in hot water, man. They they fucking phenomenals. You dig? Wherever webcam. What's good, man? Thanks for chiming in. The only fan is pimping. Right on. Hey, man, I appreciate you letting me know because I'm telling you, I really ain't. I really ain't got into it and dig that, man. I just, you know, I just scratched the surface and seen a lot of bitches on there. I don't know if they selling pussy or pictures, but they on there trying to get some money, and and that's what they doing. Uh, Hold on, y'all. Webcam, my man. I finally got it. Believe it or not, just got it yesterday. And I looked at it, man. Look like you got some nice stuff. I'm gonna be ordering in the next day or two. I'm gonna be making an order, man. So I appreciate you shooting me that email. So Mr. Ricky, now are you saying that OnlyFans is the pimp? That Instagram is pimping these bitches, or is you saying that the pimps is putting these bitches on Instagram? Because let me tell you what, if you saying Instagram pimping them, that ain't nothing new. That ain't nothing new at all. Uh, Shit, the the internet, the system. I mean, we all been getting pimped for a long time. By a matter of fact, if you join any kind of big, what they call that shit, big ticket clubs, Sam's, all that shit. I mean, we all getting pimped by the system in some kind of way, man. Health insurance, fucking property taxes. We all getting pimped. So if that's what you're saying, then YouTube ain't. I mean, Instagram ain't doing shit, but what the system been doing for a long time. But I don't know if they taking the pimp place, but they sure getting some pimp money. Only if the hole is slow. I don't know what that means. God damn, Triple X, they done made the bitch leave the pulpit, huh? She done left the pulpit and got her OnlyFans. She must be a badass pastor. But then, too, you really ain't about the look, man. It's about the pocketbook. I say that all the time, too. You know, she can be, shit, blind, crippling, crazy, man. Big fat with 1 foot. If the bitch can get it, she can get it. I ain't doing no tripping. But, yeah, man, the question is, can a female be a pimp? And that's where we at right now. Can a female be a pimp? And yes, I feel like they can, man. I don't see why they couldn't. You know, basically anybody. I was also asked, can a white person be a pimp? Yeah, shit, they were probably some of the first ones. You know, if you really want to dig off into it. And fucking Orientals, them motherfuckers still bitches to pimp. So everybody, man. I mean, anybody can. It ain't made for everybody. But anybody can. I mean, look at it like this here. You might ain't never stepped into a swimming pool and decide you want to learn how to swim. You might get in the water and can actually swim, but swimming might not be for you. What that mean? That mean eventually you're gonna drown. You dig what I'm saying? Because you ain't feeling the water and you ain't respecting the water. You dig what I'm saying? So you gonna jump your ass right back up out that pool if you smart enough to realize it ain't for you. Same way, man. Same way with the ism. You can jump in it and try it. I done seen a bunch of squares who dared, but they just didn't make it because it ain't cut for everybody, and everybody ain't cut for it. You dig what I'm saying? So, hey, man, that's just big and tall of the situation. But ladies can do it, men can do it, boys can do it, girls can do it, faggots can do it, straight cats can do it. I don't know if that's the politically correct word, but you know what I mean. Gays can do it, straight people can do it, fucking fat people can do it, skinny people can do it, anybody can do it who want to do it, man. What y'all think about it? Holla at your man. Butter. What's good, man? Hey, man. Yeah, I ain't never left on it. I just step back and look at everybody else do it. You dig what I'm saying? As far as how my brother doing, man, I mean, he doing about as good as he can be doing. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different world behind them bricks, but yeah, doing his thing, man. I appreciate your inquiry. That means a lot, man. Somebody's still thinking about my dude, but yeah, we gonna be all right, man. Shit, we ain't got no choice. I see we done lost traction on that one, so we're moving on to another question. I wrote a few of them down. We got a few of them. Okay. Uh, what's the best place to find a hoe? That's crazy. That's funny. All right, what's the best place to find a hoe, y'all? God, man, you asking some really, really good questions, man. But I really, really want you to chime in. I'm trying to answer. I'm trying to keep this a uniform format. I'm trying to keep some organization and stay away from the chaos, man. But you asking some really good questions, man. I really hope you tune in when it's time for them questions to come through. You dig what I'm saying? Stepping outside, Triple X, my man. I can dig it. Plus production, stay at the bar. Find them at the daycare. We at the daycare. Okay. Anywhere. Okay. All right, man. I see it. We got a little traction on this one, so let me jump in, man, with my 2 cents. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna agree with. Hold on, let me see who said it. Okay, my man Triple X and Franco both said stepping outside and anywhere. That's basically the same thing, and I'm gonna agree with that, man. You can find a hoe anywhere, man. The only thing you got to go in with the mindset that every woman ain't a hoe, but you can get at every woman as if she was a hoe because you don't know. You know, a hoe is a good disguise. I should I say a woman is a good disguise, and hoes wear disguises. You know what I'm saying? So my theory is if I shoot at every fucking duck in the pond, I'm gonna eventually hit one. I ain't gonna just shoot at the duck that look like it's the strongest and got the most meat. I'm gonna shoot at all of them. Come on, and and I'm bound to hit one. So I look at it as you can find a hoe anywhere, man. Now that daycare situation, that's a beautiful one because I tell people all the time, man, go to where the hoe's hungry at, and it's easy to get a hoe to eat. If you go to where the hoe's hungry at, it's easy to find a hoe that's trying to get fed. And at most daycares, you got them single mothers who's struggling, probably got a couple of jobs, and they looking for a way out. You know what I'm saying? They probably got some cat that they flat backing with anyway. All you got to do is teach them how to do what they already doing and turn it into, and capitalize on it. Shit, make it liquid. And hose is everywhere, man. Just like my man said, every hose is everywhere, man. Walmart, Target. You know, it's hard to find now. Strip clubs, it's hard to get hoes out of there because they probably already there up under some instructions. It's not. It's not a lot of bitches. Let me put it like this: it's not a lot of hoes at the strip club because they want to be. Bitches that want to be at strip club is brand new strippers, and if they brand new, they still got somebody in their ear trying to redirect them and keep them away from the ism and the poison and all other type of shit that go on with the nightlife. You dig what I'm saying? But if she a seasoned hoe and she at the strip club, she really don't want to be there. So there ain't no point in you talking to her because she already got everybody tuned out because somebody else got her there against her will. Now, you know, you step outside, man, you might see a bitch jogging. You might see a hoe at the gas station. You know what I'm saying? You might see a motherfucking hoe at the bus stop. You dig? I'm shooting at all of them. I'm shooting at all of them, man, because if you let any one of them slide by, then that could have been the one that was prosperous. You dig what I'm saying? And plus production, learn your own approach. Oh man, that's beautiful. I couldn't have said it better because what works for one, that won't work for another. But I think when I say approach every woman, that works for everybody. You can approach them, but approach them in the way you would. You dig? Don't ask me what I would say to a bitch because I don't work off no script. You dig what I'm saying? I don't memorize lines. You know what I'm saying? When I break open a conversation with a bitch, I start that conversation, based on the vibe that I get from the broad. You dig? But my point in this situation is I approach every broad, every motherfucking broad. I mean, not right now. You know, when I was popping my collar, get that understood. When I was doing my thing, when I had my shoes laced up, I approach every single broad I pass. I don't give a fuck if I'm stopping to get a cookie from Subway. If I see a bitch in there and she by herself, I'm hollering at her. If the bitch behind the counter fixing my fucking Italian BLT with no tomatoes, I'm hollering at her. You dig what I'm saying? I'm shooting with both barrels, man. You know, and if the bitch get hit and feel it, guess what? Daddy to the rescue. I got you, bitch. I shot you, but I'm gonna rescue you too. How about that? So yeah, man, you you find hoes everywhere. You dig it? And then you can bust a fresh turn. You can find a square bitch and turn her into a hoe. It just depends on you know how you present yourself to her. And I say that all the time. Don't introduce yourself, present yourself. You dig what I'm saying? So it depends on you know my man once said the best way to start is to find a bitch that like you for what you already got going on. If she already like you, it's gonna be easy for her to like anything else that you come up with. It's gonna be easy for her to like your ideas and your motivations if she already like you. But if you ain't got a bitch that already like you, just start talking to them. Just say, man, walk up and start talking to them. You know what I'm saying? I you know, that's just how I do. So hey, boom, that's what that is. We're done with that one. Nobody else got nothing to say? Nope. Going once, going twice, moving right along. Shit, I kind of already spoke on this one. How do you talk to a woman when you meet her? How do you talk to a woman when you meet her? Man, well, we just got through saying you have to, like, me personally, I don't follow no script. You dig what I'm saying? I start every conversation basically the same, and that's by telling the motherfucking broad who I am. I don't necessarily just get right into what I stand for. You dig? Sometimes that's too much of a hit for a hoe to handle. You dig what I'm saying? And personally, I ain't trying to scare a bitch off because if she running away from you, that ain't vital to your title. You want a bitch that's navigating towards you. You dig what I'm saying? You trying to put a little bit of paint where it ain't. So you trying to get a motherfucker to see you and know who you are. So me personally, every time I approach a broad and present myself to her, I get her to stop what she doing. You dig? If I'm in the grocery store and she pushing her cart, I fuck around and stand right in front of the cart. Sometimes I do it like I meant to do it. Sometimes I do it like it was an accident. But I ain't gonna be walking alongside of a bitch while she shopping trying to talk to her. You dig what I'm saying? I'm gonna stop her so I can have her undivided attention. Cause I got something good to tell her. You dig what I'm saying? No matter where I'm at, if she outside, if she on the bus stop, if she playing on her cell phone or whatever, you dig what I'm saying? I'm the type of cat shit. I push right up next to her, sit down on the bus stop, put my hand over her cell phone screen, and play with her a little bit. Tell her, hey, bitch, no booty calls on the bus stop. What you doing? As soon as I get her to look up from that cell phone, boom, I got her. I'm talking to her. I might not win her as a whole, but I'm getting in some time, some FaceTime conversation with her. She ain't playing with her phone while I'm trying to get in her ear. So, yeah, basically, like my man just said, just get her attention. You dig what I'm saying? Get her attention, man. Get her attention, and you know what I'm saying. Whatever you can do, that's ammunition for your conversation. That's what you shoot her with. So, I unfortunately I can't tell nobody no way to talk to women. I can't tell nobody what to say when they talk to women. My bad, y'all. My shit be freezing up sometimes. It just froze up on me. But anyway, what I was saying is I can't tell nobody no magical formula. You know, hey, God, that's what's up, baby. If that works for you, man, I mean, go. You feel like, I mean, you fishing. So whatever bait you feel like gonna catch the best and the most fish, that's the bait you use, man. You know, if the motherfuckers fishes out there nibbling on crackers, don't throw them no worms. Throw them some motherfucking crackers. You dig what I'm saying? And you know, sharpen your axe. The best way to keep your axe sharp is to stay with it, man. It's every time, every opportunity that you get to approach a broad, approach it, present yourself, let them know who you are, man. And you know, like my man God say, he give them a line and let them know what they can make. You know, these days a lot of these bitches done got spoiled and they want to make some money, not just to see they man shine, but they want some money of their own. You know, and if that's what it is, you know, I done played that game too. I done broke bread with a bitch. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. You know, when I first cut my teeth, shit, I didn't believe in giving a bitch nothing. You dig what I'm saying? I didn't believe in letting a bitch keep a single dime unless she was stealing it. But as I advanced and as I grew in the game and as I ran into different kinds of hoes, you dig what I'm saying? I realized that, you know, sometimes for me, when I let a bitch hold something, that's less problems that I gotta take care of. You dig what I'm saying? If I give a bitch $50 or $100, I ain't got to run over there when she hungry, or when she got to run and take some Pampers to her son, or when she needs some gas, or you know, I ain't got to do all that type of shit that I was doing in the beginning when I first started this shit, man. When I first really cut my teeth, I was doing everything, man. A bitch needed, man. A bitch need to go to the doctor. Well, I still was doing that anyway, but a bitch need to go to the grocery store. A bitch need to go fucking pick up some heels, whatever. I was there doing it, but I give a bitch a little bit of pocket change, man, and she can do it for her goddamn self. So that worked for me. Might not work for everybody, and a lot of P's ain't gonna agree with it, but that's what worked for me. So yeah. Motivation to the game, 247 realism, man. I love that. What's good, man? Top of it to you, baby. Glad you chimed in, man. We just talking about it a little bit, chopping up a few different situations, man, and it's going really lovely, if I must say so myself. You know, got a lot of crowd participation, man. I'm digging that. So we're gonna try it this way a few more times, man, and then we might switch the format. I don't know. We're gonna keep doing it till we work it out, man. And we're gonna do it until it run like a well-oiled machine. You know, I want everybody to be able to talk about it. I don't, if you want to. If you don't want to talk, you don't have to. But if you're enjoying the conversation, if you're enjoying the subject and the topic, and if you got something to say, I want everybody to stimulate each other, man. I want us all to be stimulation for each other's conversation. Can you dig it? I want us all to leave away here with a little bit more than we came with. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Well, I only wrote down 4 questions. Honestly, I thought we'd go a little bit longer than that, man. So I'm out of questions. So I guess shit, we can freestyle from now on. Next week when we come back, I have 4 more questions. Well, maybe I have a little bit more than four because I see that the motherfuckers don't last for a long time. Shit, we hit that shit, man. Don't nobody want to stay and play. Everybody want to play and get out the way. I ain't mad about it. So, webcam. I did that before, man. I would suggest. Go ahead, guy. I would suggest getting a apartment and putting up petitions. It's gonna be a little bit easier on your pocketbook than an office, unless you can find an office. Unless you can find an office that's reasonable. But when I was doing it back a few years back, apartment was more reasonable than a business office, and you're allowed to do a little bit more in an apartment. You did, so that's what it is. But go for it, man. That's a great thing. What days do you go live? Chase Guy Game. We go live every Sunday night, man. 9 p.m. Central. Every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Central. It's gonna be that way until it ain't. When it ain't, I'll let you know. I change it. If I change it, I'll let you know in advance what day and what time. But right now, 9 p.m. Central, Sunday night. That's the bad time. That's the bad channel. Guy, what were the best years of street pimping? Oh man, if there was a best, in my opinion, I wasn't doing it and I wasn't around that time, but I had to say, man, way back in the '70s, man. I see so much and I hear so much and I done learned so much from them guys who did it back then. I would have to say that if it was a time for street beat, street heat, that was the time, man. If it was a time to be a pimp with hoes on the blade, that was the time to be it. You dig what I'm saying? I mean, shit. From what I understand, back then, because you know it wasn't no internet and it wasn't a bunch of shit getting in the way of pimping way back when. It was just pimping in its rarest form, man. And hey, man, you know, from what I understand, them cats' pockets was lined with gold, man. You dig? Soon as they seen a bitch out to get it, she was ready to come back with it, and it can't be no more lovely than that. So I would have to say '70s was when it was hot. Aquaman one, it's already legal, man. It just gotta, it just depends on where you at. I mean, consider Las Vegas. They got brothels. A brothel ain't number legal horn. You dig what I'm saying? And you know, some places in Dallas they have sex clubs, which technically ain't pimping, but pimps can get some money from it if they know how to finagle it. So it's already legal in some places. Now, do I think it'll ever be legal worldwide? I don't think it will, simply because marriage is still considered a sacred institution. And while I don't believe in the idea of presidency, I do believe that if somebody's in charge, they have to respect that situation. And you know, that's excuse me, that's one of the reasons why they putting all them trafficking laws in place, my man, is because they have to respect that situation and it's not legal yet. And so I don't think it'll ever be legal 100% everywhere. But it's already legal in enough places to where you can go and get some good money if you go and set it up. Yeah, Quebec. I've been to Quebec before. I haven't been to Amsterdam, but I heard it's, you know, in Amsterdam, man, they got motherfuckers, some streets where you can walk down and damn near pick a bitch out the window like a vending machine. So yeah, it's legal in a lot of places, man. It just depends on if you can put yourself in them places, and then once you get in them places, you got to realize you got deep rootly planted competition. You got competition that's been there and been doing it, and them the cats you got to compete with, man. And you know it's hard to eat when you got to compete. So you gonna have to do something to set yourself aside, set yourself off different from whatever they doing, and make your situation pop. But you just got to go to where it's already legal at, man. So yeah, it's already legal. I don't think it'll ever become legal 100% worldwide, but you know who knows. Yeah, you gotta distinguish yourself, man. You gotta fucking present something that somebody else ain't already doing, and that's really hard to do because ain't nothing new. You just got to find a new way of doing it that's more attractive than what the next man got. A lot of times that's price. A lot of times you go down on your price and you lowball the next motherfucker so that you get out of people. You know, if a motherfucker paying for the same thing, you know, why you gonna pay 1,000 when he can go over here and pay 500? You know what I'm saying? If the outcome is the same, then maybe he got a different package and his packaging is better. But hey, that's what it do. Oh man, that mobile shit blew my mind when I first ran into it. But you know, once again, that's just a new way of doing it. That's just a new way of doing it, man. The hoes is driving, the hoes is mobile, the hoes is going here, they going there, they making house calls. I mean, you know, to me it's chaotic, but it's still, you know, it's still part of the game. It's just it's the same game with a new concept, man. That's all it is. And if you gonna play the game, shit, that's what it is. Aquaman one. I mean, it's already been done. I'm telling you, man, it's already been done. You know, bunch of homobiles out there. You just ain't, you know, you ain't got your X-ray visions on, so you don't see them. You dig what I'm saying? You ain't got your glasses with the X-ray vision in them, so you don't really see them. You probably pass two or three of them every day and just don't really see them. But they already out there, man, and they are fucking a lot of places, man. And you know, motherfuckers is getting money that way. Like I say, it's just a different concept. to the same game. The game ain't gonna never change. The only thing that's gonna ever change in the game is the players and the perspectives. So that's just a different perspective on what's already going down. 29, 62 year stock market. Last year I lost 50K. Yeah, my parents. What should I do? Well, vacation. Let me tell you this, bro. Um, First and foremost, you still should consider yourself lucky, in my opinion. It's not a whole lot of people with 40K in their account right now. It's not a whole lot of people who can say that they was able to even lose 50K. It's definitely not a lot of people who can say that they made 62 in a year. So just by saying that, consider yourself lucky. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. You dig what I'm saying? So unfortunately, I can't really steer you in the right direction if you're trying to do something legal with your money. Personally, I thought investing in stocking was a good move. Investing in stocks and shit like that was a good move. And so far, the things that I've invested in have continued to make me small pieces of change over the years. But I don't know much about that. I actually got another cat doing it for me that I know and trust. If trust is a real thing. But man, I wish I could help you out. I just don't really know what to tell you. I mean, if you know about that business, if you know how to invest in all that shit, then maybe take that knowledge and spend it in something else. Maybe create a way where you can teach other people and charge them a little bit. Because it's a lot of people with a little bit of money that want to know how to invest and really can't because they ain't got thousands. They might have a few hundred. If you know how to do that, man, maybe find a way where you can teach people, and then that'll put money in your pocket while helping other people out. Stock ticker symbol booty. Again, I don't really know what that means because, like I said, I don't really know it like that. Arkman 01, I mean Arkman 1. If that's something that's gonna make some bread, though, shit, elaborate. I'll fuck around and look into it. All right, they let you know right there. I heard cryptocurrency was the way to go. I heard some good stuff about cryptocurrency, but then I also heard some real foul stuff about it. Once again, I ain't the one to speak on that because I don't really know about it. I don't even know what a ticker symbol is, bro. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I don't even know what the fuck. Man, personally, I don't know the first thing about investing, man. I know somebody who's a good friend of one of my bros, and she told me about him, and I started fucking with him a couple of years ago, and so far it's been all right. He handled everything. I don't handle nothing. I don't know anything about stocking, investing, all that shit. Guaranteed interest of 6.9%. Yeah, that sounds good right there, man. Hey, man, if you had an opportunity to stay with your parents, first let me say this: Aquaman 1, email me, bro. I want to hear some more about this 6.9. Email me, highdollargame@gmail.com. So anyway, man, back to vacation. If you have the ability to stay with your parents, man, I would take full advantage of that because, like you just said it yourself, you can stack a lot, but you also need to be looking out for your parents, whether they're asking for it or not, man, because you ain't you should. I'm assuming you're old enough to be out of your parents' house, so living with them while it may not be a burden to them, it's still past that point. So you got to bless them too, man. So yeah, stack your stacks, but also look out for your parents. Fresh the best. Build your credit. Yep, I've been hearing that for years and years, man. Build your credit up. Find ways to build your credit up, man. The problem with that is people always say it, and they don't go into it on how to build your credit up. That's what people need to know. People need to know step by step. Once again, you can put together a formula and sell it, or you can just give it away for free, man. But that's what people need to know because you can say build your credit, and people don't know what the hell, what to do. Well, how do I build my credit? What do I do? What's step one? How much money do it cost? How much money do I need? What exactly is, how long do it take to build my credit? What is building my credit going to, people don't know all that stuff. You dig? Vacation. I appreciate you, man. You stay blessed. You stay up. Don't forget to check us out, man. We're going to be here every Sunday, 9 p.m. Central. So don't forget to stay tuned. Don't forget to stay tuned. But yeah, man, askapimp-ON, hit me up and let me know about that 6.9, man. I'd be really interested in knowing how to, what's good with that. Like I said, I don't know jack shit about investing or none of that stuff, but if you feel like that's if you feel like that's a guaranteed situation, I need you to hit me up on my email, and when we chop it up, I'm gonna need to know why you feel like it's guaranteed. Because I'm telling you off the bat, you can't just come up and say it's guaranteed if you can't show me the blueprint. You dig what I'm saying? So, hey, suspect. How does a person develop the pimp mindset and stay focused? Man, the pimp mindset is the pimp mindset. How do you develop it? That's a damn good question, man. I ain't never thought about that. I guess, shit. I ain't really thought about it because hell, I've been with it for so long, man. I guess I would say if I had to, and this is just me thinking. This is just me thinking because, I ain't never been presented that question. But I think, to develop it, first of all, you got to get started, man. You got to get your beak wet, so to speak. You got to break your cherry or break your bones, as they say. In other words, you got to do some pimping. Once you do some pimping, man, and when I say do some pimping, I don't mean go break on a bitch and start clapping your hands. So breaking on your first bitch don't do nothing but make it official. That's all that do. It don't make you a pimp. It just make you official. You dig what I'm saying? First, you break on you a few bitches, get some pimping up under your sleeve, man. Live the lifestyle for a little while. Once you decide it's for you, then I feel like from that point forward, it should be easy to stay focused. And if it's hard to stay focused, just think about everything you got to do with the money that you make. You dig what I'm saying? Think about all the people you got to feed, however many hoes you got, however many children they got, how many children you got. You know what I'm saying? If your mom and dad is still alive, if y'all close enough, do you help them out? Think about, what kind of house you want to live in, what kind of car you want to drive. Think about all that type of shit, man. That'll keep you focused. Yes, sir. Buy a house or a car. Buy a house or a car. Oh, you buy a hoe, a car, or a house. Never in my life. Never in my life. Shit, buy a hoe, a car, or a house. I wish I would. Bitch can live in the house and drive in the car. Now I done bought some cars for hoes to drive, but them company cars, them ain't the whole car. That ain't her car. You dig? Soon as she out the way, the next bitch getting behind the wheel. As far as the house, they can live in my house, for as long as they under my instructions. Once they up under my instructions, they out of my house. You dig what I'm saying? But just buy a whole car or a house of her own. I wish a motherfucker would. I mean, I wouldn't. Let me put it like that. Somebody might, but it ain't gonna be me. I can hit the motherfucking lottery 3 times and bitch ain't gonna get a house out of me. You dig? Shit. I got 2 baby mamas, and don't now one of them live in the houses that I bought when we broke up. None of that shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, they alright. They doing very well, but they ain't in my houses. Yeah, can you dig it? Where we at, y'all? I'll let you man. I really enjoyed this. Let me say that before it's over with. I really enjoyed the night. I see now the plan is coming together, man. It's coming together beautifully. And I appreciate everybody for being a little bit of glue to make it stick. And yeah, man, it's all good. So Yeah, we're gonna keep this thing up every Sunday, 9 p.m. We're gonna get it popping. Central, y'all come in. I guess this is the way we'll do it. We'll start off with some questions, and once those questions lose traction, then we will get on get on with the flying. RG, is that RG? Yes, I have, man. I said that early in this conversation, man. I done worked the square. And at the time I was working a square job, I had two bitches running. You dig what I'm saying? Peace out. Uh, what's that? Demon Nikki 99. Peace. Peace. What's good, fam? Good you're here. Glad you're here. But yeah, RG, yes sir, I have, man. That was the first question. Can a pimp do more than one thing? Can a pimp be a doughboy, hustler, working man, or whatever, man? And the answer was yes. In my opinion, they can. You'll hear a lot of other pimps say that they don't agree with that, that they don't feel like, if you pimping, you got to be pimping. But yes, sir, I have worked a job and had hoes, man, and shit, you know, shit worked out for me beautifully, you know. No, no, man, ain't nothing to apologize about. You came, you did. At least you showed up. At least you showed up. You could have not came, man. Like the greats say, you could have been anywhere else tonight, but you chose to be here with all us, man. So that's all that matter. Shit, you can always be tardy to my party, man. I ain't gonna never catch you out. How about it? How about it? But yeah, I was just saying that was just something that we talked about at the top of the show, man. But it's all good. It's still in rotation. So shit, if that's what was on your mind and that's what you put out there, and that's what I'm gonna address. And yeah, I did it, and it worked out for me, man. It might not work out for a lot of people. It worked out for me, but yeah, you can do that. Be a pimp and work a square job, shit. And then also, like I said, excuse me, man, I've been working out, man. Been trying to get this heavy up off of me. I've been working out. I'm gonna do a weight loss challenge, man. Where if I got any big people on the line, man, give everybody a chance to win a little something. As soon as I work out all the red tape. But anyway, man, like I was saying, RG, I know some cats right now, man, that's not just even got jobs. They actually have real careers, man, and actually got bitches getting it. You know what I'm saying? One cat is a doctor. I know a cat that's a doctor. I know another cat that's a teacher. You know what I'm saying? And another cat that's a truck driver. And all of them got multiple hoes, not just one bitch. They all got 3 or 4 bitches in they lineup, man, and it's getting real pimp money from these hoes. And I know these cats personally, speak to them, weekly, and I know that they getting it in for real. In addition to being vital and crucial in their chosen occupations. Askapimp-ON, dude, I got so much shit in my arsenal, man. I mean, but clothes don't make it the man, so to speak. Uh, Pimps back in the day did all that fly dressing, man, and all that peacocking because they was trying to catch the attention of a certain kind of hoe. It's all about being fresh and clean and whatever you got on. Like when I first got out today and started exercising, believe it or not, what I got on right now was considered fresh because I was clean, I was fresh, but then I did a lot of exercise and shit. Then I came home and jumped on YouTube. After I get off YouTube, I'm gonna go shower and be clean and fresh again. But yeah, man, if you was to go through my wardrobe, dude, I got the 9 later gators, I got the colorful suits, I got the Versace print shirts, I got all that shit, man. I don't wear a whole lot of it no more. I ain't never been a blue jeans denim type of cat. You dig? I always like something real soft on my skin, some soft or some cotton, some silk, or some cotton or some shit like that, man. But I got uh, so much shit, you know. I feel like, you know, when you by getting it, being clean, being fresh, being hygienically uh, straight, I feel like all that shit is very vital, man. I feel like all that shit is necessary, you know. So yeah, Slick suits and gator shoes. Yeah, man, that shit. That's what it was for. It was for attraction. People did it for attraction. You know, people done kind of got away from it, but there's a lot of old school pimps that still put on the nines and still look marvelous doing it, man. I tip my hats to them. Oh, gee, what's the most you ever had in your stable at once? Oh, man, at one point I thought I wasn't really pimping if I didn't have a whole bunch of hoes, so I just went out recruiting and had my bitches recruiting, man. And I think at one point I actually had about 13 bitches, but here's the thing. The more you got, the more you harder you have to work. I'm not saying being scared of hard work, but you got to work hard because ain't now one of them hoes the same, man. If you got 13 bitches, you got 13 different personalities, 13 different moods, 13 different temperaments, 13 different menstruation cycles, 13 different problems, and everybody think their problem is the worst problem. That work a pimp real hard, man. So the more hoes you got, the harder you better be prepared to work. But yeah, at the top of my game, I think I had, well, I ain't gonna say at the top of my game, but the most hoes I ever had in my stable at once was 13, man. And that was because I was a little bit uh, misguided at the time, and I felt like that if I had them big numbers, that I would produce big numbers, and that turned out to not be true. You dig? That just meant I had a lot of bitches around me all the time, and and I'm sending these bitches, and they coming back. Some of them coming back short, some of them coming back long, and oh man, it was just hectic. But yeah, about 13 to answer your question. How do I feel about the thieving game? I don't know what you really referring to when you say the thieving game, but if you're talking about like them cats who boost and steal and all that, I've never been a fan of it, man. I don't believe in taking other people's shit uh, against their will. You dig what I'm saying? You might as well be robbing somebody if you're gonna steal some shit. I don't believe in going into a place. This cat done set up a business, done worked hard to set up a business, and trying to feed their family, and then I'm gonna go in there and steal me a couple of Snickers candy bars. That might seem like a small thing to me, but that's a big thing to that person whose business that is. Same thing as if you put it on a big scale. If I'm going to a jewelry store and steal a $5,000 Rolex, you know, the man who started that jewelry store, I don't know what he went through to start that shit. I don't know what kind of problems and issues he had, but I just took $5,000 out of his family, out his, $5,000 worth of food out of his family's mouth. You dig what I'm saying? Or even out of his mouth. So if that's what you mean by the thieving game, motherfuckers who steal and boost, I've never ever been a fan of that. I don't condone it. I never co-sign it. You dig what I'm saying? It's just really, really foul in my opinion. I actually think it's a coward's way out. Thieving and robbing. I really think cowards do that, but that's just my opinion. They run up on a nigga and snatch his gold chain and stick your pistol in his face and take his money and shit. That's a coward. Be a man and make your own money and get your own gold chain. You know what I'm saying? What's the drop game? Ken Brock, what's the drop game? And did I get it right with the thieving game? Was I on the right page with the thieving, if that's what you was talking about? I've been in Texas, I've been in Dallas, Texas, not Houston. I've been in Houston a bunch, but I've lived in Dallas, Texas, or in some part of Dallas since I was about 6, maybe 7. My family came to Texas when I was about 2 or 3. I was born in Rome, New York, left there when we was 2, so I don't know anything about it except for the times that I went back to visit. But yes, I'm from Dallas, Texas. Motivation to the game, I agree. Askapimp-ON, if you're white, can you feel like you white chocolate? Is that okay? Or is that offensive, man? Because I would love to remember my name be white chocolate. Well, first of all, Askapimp-ON is only offensive if you make it offensive. Ain't nothing wrong with white chocolate. That's a real thing. But you know, I done ran into a couple of little white cats who call themselves white chocolate. One of them was he was pimping before he got killed in a car wreck. The other one was a stripper or some kind of dancer or some shit. But you can call yourself whatever the hell you want to call yourself, man. It ain't offensive unless you call yourself the nigger killer or some shit like that. It ain't really offensive to us. You dig what I'm saying? We ain't peeping for it. It's the bitches that you're trying to impress. So, if it ain't offensive to them and if it catch their attention, then, that's the type of shit I mean when I say do something that's vital to your title. If that's what you're gonna title yourself, then you dig. That's what you got to understand how the bitch is gonna look at it. Man, the biggest lick I hit in a game, man, I sent one bitch. I had a hoe contact me, man. Believe it or not, I had my bitch on an ad back in the day called Backlist, or Backpage. No, I'm lying. I had my bitch in an ad called A&E. They had a physical magazine, and they had an online version of their magazine. And a bitch hit me because I fucked around one time and put a Mr. Diamond production or some shit like that on the ad, which I usually never would do. But the bitch was getting so much traction, man. I felt big headed and I wanted motherfuckers to know that I was driving that car. Anyway, another bitch from Miami, Florida hit me. She hit that ad and she found out, want to find out, hey, bitch, is the cat you with, Mr. Diamond, whatever, whoop de whoop whoop whoop. So anyway, we made the connection and then come to find out the bitch was a really good friend of my brother's bottom bitch at the time. And the bitch said she had some real good shit going on in Miami. And can we send some bitches up to Miami? So I sent, my brother sent his bottom. I sent my chaser. And them hoes went up to Miami. And old girl put them on to some super duper game, man. She had some motherfucking me old school white, probably mob cats up there who didn't want to fuck with nothing but black chicks, but not from their state. And they wanted to talk bad to them, call them niggas and all this here kind of shit. But they was paying top dollar, man. And my bitch went up there for 2 days, came back with 12 grand in 2 days. She came back with 12 grand. I was like, oh man, that's all right. That's a pretty good lick for a trip. So I turned around and sent two of them up there. I sent her and I sent my bottom. And they went up there, man. And they both was up there for 3 days. And when them bitches came back, between the two of them, they had 145 G. And that's the biggest lick I ever got, man. And they kept going back and forward until the well dried up there. And when I say the well dried up, I don't mean that the shit is dead up there. I mean that the lick that bitch had died because the main dude who was hooking her up with everybody died. And that killed the game. So, yeah, 145 grand. Yeah, in 3 days from two bitches. Miami, Florida. Vacation. Well, I don't think it's an age situation, man. I think it sounds like to me you got a goal that you're trying to reach. And, if you can stay there comfortably and reach that goal, then when you reach that goal, then that's when you leave. Like you say, you had 60 something grand that you made that year. So it sounds like to me that you're reaching for some good figures. So I would say, hey man, set yourself a goal, maybe 100 grand, When you reach that goal, then, you know, I don't know how long it took you to get that. Well, you said a year. So if it took you a year to get 62, and if you apply those same basic principles, then it seems stands to reason in another couple of years you can stack 100. You know, you already got 40 something, if I remember right. So you ain't that far away. So set you a goal, man, whatever it is. If it's 100 grand, if it's 200 grand, and when you get to that goal, move out. The biggest problem is knowing what you're gonna do once you move out. So yeah, Kimbra, have I ever had a thief in my stable? I did, and I kicked her out because I don't like that shit. I don't condone it. I don't deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like no. I think it's a sucker's move, and so yes, I have, but I didn't deal with it, man. I don't agree with that type of shit. Wow, my bad. I was looking at the news. Saw a bunch of people got killed at a house party in Funky Town, Fort Worth. That's around the corner from Dallas. Anyway, when you say on the service side, what exactly do you mean? What if I want to be on the service side? Because as a P, you pretty much already on the service side. You're already serving up your wire to motherfuckers who can afford, you know, who choose to to patronize. So when you say service side, tell me exactly what you mean, and then I give you my opinion on it. All right. Well, yeah. Look like we done came to a closing point, man. We've been on for a good hour. I've enjoyed it. Everybody check back in. We'll be back Sunday, 9 o'clock p.m. We'll start it off with a few questions. Then we'll get into some freestyling. That seemed like the plan. That seemed like what we're gonna do. And hey man, everybody who chimed in, I appreciate you once again. I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm not begging. I'm just doing a little bit of business. www.alloriginalgame.com. Go on there, man. It's almost Christmas. Y'all need to order some of that good smelling fragrance for yourself, for your loved ones. Hey, man, much love to everybody who tuned in. I'm looking forward to seeing y'all all back next week. It's your man, Mr. Diamond. I'm out.